So what are we doing here today, guys?
We are discussing our experiences and our knowledge and expertise in the realm of food relays. So
I just thought there was going to be beer.
Eric thought there was going to be beer, but
that is a type of
it is.
relay.
We have two major relays that we have experience with, and one of which is the Vernors Mile, which is essentially you run a mile, but each lap of the mile you're running on the track. So 4 laps, you're drinking a Vernors ginger ale, and that is a Michigan company. It's something that we thought would be unique for our high school team. We started it back in 2019 and done it every year since, and that's our kind of big thing that we have from mine and Eric's experience with food relays. And you have your what?
Similar to the basic idea around the Vernors Mile is the 4x$5 foot long, which it's a 4x800 meter relay. So switching up the model a little bit to kind of bring it up to a mid-D level event,
and also a solid food.
Yeah, solid food. Yes, a whole foot of it, and also more of a customization element to it. So where Vernors has like a very level playing field because everyone is going through the same thing. $5 foot long, you can customize your sub just as you can at any Subway, and then I think it's choice of bread, choice of meat and cheese, 2 veggies, lettuce or spinach, and one dressing at the bare minimum. Vegetarian option, obviously.
We're inclusive in this.
Yes, we want this to be an event for everyone.
I don't think that's fair though. Like I gotta eat chicken and someone gets to eat.
That was a fear of mine when the first year I did it was people would see the vegetarian option as an easy way out.
Yeah,
so
I don't
they
like
would just go with that. But
that.
not a single person went vegetarian.
We're not cowards.
I mean, just last year alone, we had our first women's team approach the event. So maybe we'll have
we
our
had
vegetarian.
First women in the Vernors Mile this year too.
That's also true.
Really a historic year.
For sure.
For that.
I know.
Historic year
Monumental.
for women.
I know. Yeah, I was disappointed that I was injured to miss the 4x5 foot long this past year, but I'm anticipating the one coming in the coming weeks.
I believe there is going to be a Rochester Christian University team in the race this year.
Wow.
So the opportunity to come back and kind of finish what you started.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, we'll win.
But what I'm more curious about is like the Vernors Mile. You just had a landmark year. How have you seen that event evolve over the years?
Well, it first started one day at practice in the summer of 2019, and Eric and I and a few other of our teammates were kind of sitting in our stretching circle at the end of practice, and we were talking about the beer mile. Obviously, that's the coveted kind of like food/drink event, in combining that with the realm of track and field into one thing. And the mile is kind of like the marquee event in track and field. It's like the glamour event. Everyone wants to do it. Everyone wants to watch it. It's exciting, perfect mix of speed and endurance. And why not just throw a curveball into the mix and add beer?
But carbs have always played a pretty crucial element of our sport. In terms of building energy.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Why waste time getting your carbs in ahead of time when you can just get them in while you're running?
Yeah, I mean, our thought process was like, obviously we're in high school, so we can't legally put on this event and like, make it a cool thing that all of our people on our team, obviously we get in a lot of trouble if we did that with beer. But we were sitting around and we were thinking like, would be something that'd be really gross, but also like kind of fun to do and make it our own unique thing. And we were thinking like, chocolate milk, but like we were like, we love chocolate milk too much. We don't want to ruin it for ourselves.
Yep.
And also, like, there's a million chocolate milk miles out there. Then we thought, like, Mountain Dew. There's Mountain Dew mile out there. But like, no, let's take it a step further. Let's be unique to our high school team. Let's be unique to the state of Michigan, our area. And we decided on Vernors. And the first thing that people think of Vernors when you say that word in Michigan, it's like, it's a heavily carbonated, very kind of like strong pop. Like
it's like the health elixir. For
exactly. People tend to take it when they're sick and like calm the stomach. But like we were thinking like, let's do it. So we saddled up mid-August of 2019, late August, and we went to our middle school track that's like had all these cracks in it, like bare pavement showing on half the track. We're like, nobody's gonna care if we do this here. And like we had like, I want to say maybe 10 guys that did it that first year, and then we're like, wow, like we should keep doing this every year, and like it's such a fun thing. So then we did it another year, and that was during the COVID-19 pandemic, and we still had a decent turnout. I mean, I was obviously tough because people were like social distancing and whatnot, but like we still did it at the same spot. And then in 2021, we had it again, even larger group of people. And not only did the people who were running it show up again, we were starting to see spectators show up. So we were seeing people coming out to this event to see these kids just kill themselves over the course of like sometimes 20 minutes for people. And I mean, I kind of miss saying this, like, but the Vernors Mile is the same as the beer mile, where if you're drinking 4 beers, if you throw up, you either are disqualified or you have to run a 5th lap without a Vernors or a beer, so you have to run it without the beverage, and then that's added to your total time. So but you can throw up as much as you want after if you finish. Like nothing happens. So if you can throw
probably
up as much,
encouraged to
yeah,
throw
exactly,
up,
exactly,
that
yeah,
sugar.
yeah, I know, yeah.
For a beverage that has been attributed for like you said, calming the stomach, I've never seen it make so many people puke.
It's not.
Nothing will beat the first year when one of our teammates just threw up, and I'll always remember. I was on the back stretch of the track, and I just hear the splatter on the track. Just, oh my God. And there was this one guy running next to me, and I've known him my whole life, and he's got a very weak stomach, always has. And he just started gagging, and it was really funny because we just both started laughing, and both of us were in incredible amounts of pain, but like, you just heard the splatter.
Is there a particular year that stands out to either of you as like the toughest year for like as far as like this year just felt different than the other years?
The first year is obviously stands out, and also just like so many crazy things happened. I mean, obviously it's the first year we did it. And we had like this core group of guys. I have this picture on my phone of us doing it. One thing he was talking about, one of our teammates, his name is Jacob Brian King. I used to talk to him to this day. And he decided to eat a copious amount of pizza before this event for some silly reason. And he puked pizza chunks out of his nose onto lane 1 of the track right at the start line. And not only did he do that and continue to proceed with the running, but there was also a random person running on the track during this time, and he ran through his vomit in lane 1 that Jacob had just utterly spewed all over the track.
Turned slightly to the left.
No, he ran directly through it.
It was dark. You couldn't really see.
Yeah, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for sure. But yeah, that happened, and then we had another teammate. His name is Connor Myatt, and he said right as we were starting, like he took like a few sips of it. He's like, "Oh, this is gonna be so easy. I'm feeling good tonight." And then he proceeded to drink like another half of it, and then immediately like projectile vomited after, and not even finishing one. So that was another crazy event. And also we had our closest finish in year 1 too. Brandon Canty was like, I think like less than 10 seconds behind me that first year. Like he was right behind me. But like every year since has been like not as close as that. But yeah, it was very competitive that first year.
We have not mentioned this, but you are the 6-time champion.
Never defeated
since the inaugural
since the
year.
inception.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you think is the thing that gives you the edge? Obviously, you have the experience.
Well, the edge is beating this
event.
guy.
Yeah.
Beating this guy. That's my edge for sure.
Yeah, coming from the collegiate runner of the only one that's ever in the field.
That's true. I would say that like every year, like everyone says that like you need to be a really good runner or like just a really talented runner. And obviously that does play a role. Like that's inherent. You can obviously say that, but you do need to be good at drinking it. Like Connor was a great runner in high school and did run in college too, but his drinking skills are just atrocious. Like, I mean, you got to have a mix of the two. Or you can have a drinking ability that is so profound that it will make up for lack thereof fitness or experience with racing on that caliber. And Erik is a prime.
Hey, I got a lot of experience racing.
That's true. I also will say that the year that also really stands out as like a big turning point for the Vernors Mile was 2022, because we had like 26 people do it. Like it was crazy. Like, and we had people show up, and then the last 2 years, 2023, 2024, we've had like legitimate parents and spectators come out to watch this. Like, I think this past year we had like at least 60 people at the track, which is crazy. Like, just to think that like people really just want to come out and just watch these kids suffer.
I'm the one that had the idea originally.
Okay.
Well, Eric, tell us what was going through your head.
Like Vernors, and they were trying to make it chocolate milk, which I really don't like. There was a lot of Dr. Pepper, which I also don't like. I don't like Dr. Pepper either.
Did you guys consider
your dad definitely would do it if
he would do the Dr.
specifically
Pepper.
diet.
I don't think he would risk it because I don't think he'd want to ruin it.
I don't know. I've never understood the ruining it. It's just like it's just one day. I don't know.
So yeah, did you guys consider any other popular Michigan drinks? Like we were talking about, like Tom.
It wasn't really
Michigan no,
drink. Like
we just wanted to be unique, and we were thinking like what are some drinks that would be like really challenging to drink, and we're like Vernors is a good one, and we were like we could do Canada Dry, but we're like then what's the point? Like it's not unique to us, you know.
Really
so like we just decided on that, and now it just kind of stuck ever since.
You mentioned some ideas that didn't make it past the
yeah, Mountain Dew, chocolate milk, and obviously you can do beer. Like that's like you're in high school.
Classic.
Do you guys drink Vernors at any point throughout the year?
I mean, like the only time I really drink it is when like the aftermath of what I had like people tend to leave like at least like 30 Vernors at this event because they just don't want to take them home because no one wants to drink it.
Yeah.
And then like a week later, after they've been sitting in my fridge for a while, I'm like, man, those would look really good right now. So I'm like a fiend for Vernors after, honestly. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I think it's a great pop.
If you guys could choose or like create a special edition flavor of Vernors, what would it be? We have the cherry Vernors, obviously.
Morgan.
Dude. I think vanilla Vernors could be pretty good, or like an orange vanilla. You know, like they have like the
orange vanilla,
like the orange vanilla Coke. Which is actually quite good.
What would you do, Eric?
I don't know.
Captain Vernors.
He's stuck on that right now.
But
yeah, maybe like instead of like maybe add some grenadine to it and make it like a legit like a Vernors temple.
So let's talk about where you see this event going in the future.
You just want to have it every year.
I want to have it every year, but I would also like to turn it into like an actual like race because I think it'd be really funny to like get like timers and stuff and get people to like sign up for an entry fee, and then we could like donate the money towards like our high school team.
So you guys have experience dipping your toes in the world of food and drink relays. Now, taking what you've learned, what would be your like super far out there big swing food relay? That if you had
big swing
Krispy
relay
Kreme marathon.
Okay, that's a little bit.
All right, tell us more about that.
You have one Krispy Kreme original glazed donut for every mile.
So 20. Do you have a 0.2 at the end or 0.4 at the end?
No. Like, you just have 20.
Do you have to stop to eat the donut, or can you eat it while you're running?
I don't know. I would say you'd have to stop.
Okay. I mean, you can eat them pretty quick.
Yeah.
You just like the original.
I have eaten a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts in 4 minutes.
You're very informed on this topic.
I am. They go down pretty easily, but they add up really quick in your stomach.
I can say I've had 24 Krispy Kreme donuts in one day.
Well, that's sickening.
Maybe run 26.2 miles on top of that, though.
Yeah.
I would say my really far out there idea. I've been seeing a lot of stuff on social media where it's like they do like a meal from McDonald's where they eat the whole thing each lap. You know what I'm talking about?
Where you do
the Happy Meal.
Yeah, or the Wendy's. I think that those relays are actually really funny. Like if they had like if we turned the Vernors Mile into a 4x4, that would actually be like really really hype. Like I think that'd be really cool.
Could be 4x4.
How would that work?
No, I just think a 4x mile would just be too crazy because you have to be. It would also like it wouldn't be an exciting race. Like, it wouldn't be very close.
It'd be nearly an hour long.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'd be very very long, and also the 4x4 like would be so entertaining because everyone would be like, you have to go fast, and you have to drink it really really fast and get it down so you can start running. But then if you try to start running that fast, you're going to throw up.
Have you guys ever considered allowing the use of more non-traditional drinking methods like shotgunning or
we always would say you can't really do that.
Yeah,
like
really
obviously, or also in a beer mile.
You sure could.
I mean,
it would just be difficult.
I've definitely tried it before.
Just for the sake of how humanly quick can.
But also like with shotgunning too, you run the risk of like dropping a significant amount, which is a
probably
DQ.
still more.
True.
And also that's why they also say that shotgunning is an immediate disqualification of the beer mile, dude. It'd be really funny for like, all right, you get 4 people, you each got to drink a Vernors, and then you got to run a lap.
Well,
and that's also a little bit more. You can persuade people to want to do that. I think a little bit easier than having them think they have to show up and drink 4. You know what I mean? The trick is that you got to be able to find 4 people stupid enough to want to do that.
Right.
So
that's the hardest part.
yeah.
What about outside of Vernors? Is there a particular food or drink that
I've always thought that the Krispy Kreme dozen 5K, where you have 12.5 donuts for each lap or for the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like you have. So that's the kind of out there idea. I know Kevin Hansen has talked about that before. I've had a conversation with him about that. But
you guys both are in the donut realm.
Yeah, I know. So, but also like Krispy Kremes are just kind of like an easy one. If you're using like Naps donuts, like the big ones, or like Dunkin' Donuts, they have like a little bit thicker donuts. So I mean, like
that's good.
Yeah, thank you.
When you guys were coming up with the idea of the Vernors Mile, did you look at the rules or the things they were doing for the beer mile and implement that?
We wanted to make it as close to the original as we could. So
How
you
did
want
you
to
do that?
So I mean, you say it right at the start, like you gotta drink the whole thing and hold it over your head to show that you drank the whole thing. That's what they do in the pros. That's how the pros do it. And then you gotta throw it, and then you gotta go to the next one. You gotta pick up your new one. So usually they have them on a table. We didn't have a table, so we just set them on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're not very official. So then you do that, and then we're not like super enforcing like, oh, you gotta run an extra lap, because you just want to be done. You can just be done and get a DQ. So that's up to you. But like, I would say like we're pretty strong with like the rules, and like it's pretty straightforward. I mean, people there like want to do it and be stupid and silly, but like they also want to like make sure people are like not cheating, because like I don't know, cheating's not cool. So
Cheating is not cool. Have you guys thought about what this event could look like at the pro level?
the pro level, oh my
You gotta
god.
get timers. And
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You gotta get
people keeping track of.
get timing
actual
mats, get a live
runners.
stream done, which we've already done the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But timers, live stream, a Vernors truck, hopefully. And then making sure we got like actual like refs out there to make sure people are drinking the whole thing and not crossing the line until they finish.
Who would be the one professional runner, if you could pick any professional runner in the world to do this event?
It's probably gonna be Corey Belmore. So he's the current world record holder in the beer mile, actually. So I would
Huge fan
probably
of
like
Corey
officially.
Belmore.
I'm a big fan. Canadian Corey Belmore. He's also like a 353 miler, so he's legit. But yeah, I think it'd be funny to see how he did with that, and if it made a difference. And also, I would actually probably pick Jakob Ingebrigtsen. Like, I mean, he ran 5:26 in the beer mile, which is a quite impressive beer mile time. Like for anyone, like very impressive. But I think it'd just be very interesting to like get, one of the hottest runners in the world right now to show up to your event like that. Like, I mean, that'd be pretty cool. So those would be my 2 picks.
Eric, do you have any professional runners?
Yeah, I'd probably say Ingebrigtsen's dad, Josh Kerr.
Oh, yeah.
should definitely.
What about his
get in.
brother?
Hey, but he's not a good
Brother.
racer though. So
Not Grant Fisher?
I just think that he's definitely more of a 5K, 10K guy. But I mean,
Sure.
I think for the sake of Michigan, he might be an easy choice. Get a homeboy from the state.
I like you going international for your
I know. I mean, like, I just think it'd be funny to get a beer miler in there.
Sure.
He's legit. So
He's probably the most realistic choice.
oh yeah, for sure. I know people that still talk to him, which is kind of cool. So
maybe for year 7 we'll have a feature appearance
we'll
from
get an Olympian. Olympic bronze
two
medalist.
event
two-time.
Olympian.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Medalist.
would be cool. Medalist, yeah.
Yep.
Only distance athlete to do, or the only person to do the 5K, 10K,
In the U.S. Yeah,
US,
I think
right?
so. Yeah, it's minimum both.
so
That's right.
That'd be history.
It would be.
That put the Vernors Mile.
Yeah, that's what the Vernors Mile is all about.
Mhm.
You can make your own history.
I'm excited to see where that event goes in the future. Seeing it turn into potential charity, maybe getting some pros in there one day. I think you guys have a cool thing going on. I hope it goes for many, many years to come.
Thank you for having us on the Rise 2K cam tonight. So we appreciate you having us.
Yeah.
Awesome. Adam Hill and Erik Olsen of the Vernors Mile.